Greetings and welcome to another excellent chess game. Just a goof off game I was playing tonight, and well, this guy wanted to whine about it, so I figured I should show you since he wanted to whine. You know, pretty good. Did some stuff, 86% accuracy, pretty good. Can't complain about that. 2350 performance rating. His rating was, right on what he was, 1950. So let's go and check it out. Well, let's see what is going on. All right, I'm playing Call Zukertort, except he plays a real weird variation. Okay, whatever. So he's trying to play e5. We need to stop that. I know the computer doesn't like it. It doesn't matter. It's so important that it has to be stopped. Now he can play bishop f5, which is the best, and he's going to play bishop to g4. There's nothing I can do about that, but that's okay. So he plays bishop to g4. Whoop-de-doo. I'm going queen to b3, counterattacking instead of letting him pin this knight. We'll see what exactly he knows about chess. So he plays this. Computer does not like it. I didn't take it. I'm just going to concentrate on development. It likes h3, which is very good. Now the thing about this is, whichever queen takes the other queen, the doubled pawn will restrict the advance of the queenside pawns, and the opening of the file is a benefit. So it's like, really, it's not a big deal. That's why I played knight d2. I'm doing development. I'm not wasting my time goofing around. He takes. Okay, great. I took the best move, obviously, because you get your queen back. It's pretty obvious, right? So what does he do here? Now, he's got decent development. We're going to go see what he can do in this upcoming, middle/end game. Knight gf3, best move. Simple. That's what the knight's here for. We're going to go here. He goes forward. Bishop d6 is the right move. This pawn is undefended. It's loose. So we solve that problem. We play the best move. Knight e5. This is the whole point of the system. The computer doesn't like f4, but everything else it liked. Knight d2, knight gf3, knight e5. These are best move. Bishop to d3 was another great move. He goes here, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not moving this. Let me just take this. I'll mess up his structure here. And then I said I'm going to inconvenience this. This felt like the right move, and it's nice to see that the computer agreed this is the correct move to try and do some business on this queen side. This creates a weakness that's not obvious. So b4 stops this, which is very important. So this bishop is just biting on granite, is what they call these. It's just he's biting on all kinds of crazy stuff. If he takes this pawn, I can do rook over here. The computer wanted me to play what? Rook to f1. I would have just castled. Why would you do that? Well, whatever. I mean, that is a good move, though. This move felt right. And let's look and see, just out of curiosity. What if he takes this? All right. I'm going to have to move this knight. Well, computer thinks, here takes, I don't really like that at all. I think this would be the right move to get e5. Okay, show me the best move. It says knight b3 was the other move I considered. I thought this would be better, but all right. Knight b3. Now bishop takes, of course. And what do you think? Knight takes, followed by, yeah, because this rook is killer on the file. You know, so basically it's all even at this point. But that's all right. No problem. Let's go. So this move is okay. It gives me the thumbs up. And that now we know why. All right. He castles. Very smart. I should have castled or played rook to f1. He missed this. He was fixated on playing this in here. I took that as it needed to be taken. This is not the right move. I realized that when I played this, this was wrong. I don't need to play this move. I need to play rook a6, but he didn't catch the drift, but I did. And I played it. He's in real trouble if he doesn't pay attention to what's going on. He's not using my dad's golden rule of what's he trying to do to me. Because if he was, he'd have done something different than what he did. All right, now I double attack this. He's like, okay, I got to be double defend this. Well, guess what? I would think bishop here is the best move. No, king up? Really, king up is the best move? Just let me take this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I'm winning a pawn here. So the computer says, let him take it. Him, meaning me, let me take this pawn and get in a more defensively oriented position instead of having his king trapped on the back rank. Very interesting. So he defends it. This is the normal move that I expected. And I you know, had a great idea. Notice, like, what would you do here? The thing is, we have a tall pawn for a bishop, okay? But we've been doing the things on the queen side based on this A file that was open. So the thing is, what, you know, like my dad's rule, what's he trying to do to me, has a flip side, and that is, what am I trying to do to him? Well, look at this beauty. We have an X-ray attack. This rook is attacking this bishop by pushing this pawn. Actually, that is the move I played. But I moved it by hand instead of actually following the game score. So now we're back on game score. He can't take it. I'll eat the bishop. So this is a problem for him. And I was thinking, man, I'm going to take this pawn. And then I realized, no, I'm not going to take his pawn. Double question mark. Oh, boy. Now I can take the bishop, but I see that this is just winning. Yes, technically, rook takes is the best move. Watch. But I played this move so fast because I knew that b6 is winning. All right, now it's winning slightly better if I take the bishop. But let's just check this out. Watch this. My position is so good that I play the second best move, and it's still, you know, you see that, let me see, you can't, yeah, you can see that, 4.23. I play the second best move, and I'm playing the win that I saw, okay? And I'm blitzing these moves like a Karu, man, it was awesome. Okay, so b6 is just a nasty move. So I don't know what the computer thinks is the best move. This one doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is I just take this. He can't exchange here. If he plays rook takes, rook takes. Or you know, if he plays either rook takes, rook on a8 takes, rook takes. And now I'm going to just push this pawn. If he goes backwards, he can't trade it. If he takes, I take, and I queen, he has no white square coverage. So he can't take. Rook takes, rook b8, b7, and this a8 is unstoppable. He's going to have to just fork over, you know, a piece for this pawn. And that's what's killing him. So he plays this. Well, guess what? Boom. He wanted to take this. He couldn't even take it because I would have just pawn forked him. But I played this boomer. And now it's 5 plus 1, 5.17. I'm crushing this guy big time because my ugly pawn, tall pawn bishop is now a super bishop protecting this pawn storm that's just butchering his position. He's got to go back. I think the better move Oh, it says bishop takes is the better move because he's dead lost. I did this because I saw, again, instead of doing it, let me ask you a question. How would you proceed here? You know, you can play this move. C6 is perfectly winning. He can't take the pawn on B6. He can take it, but, you know, it's going to cost him a rook. All right, rook takes, bishop takes, rook takes. And I'm going to eat this bishop too, because this bishop is just, you know, under another X-ray attack from my rook again. Fantastic stuff. But I just exchanged here and saw instantly my internal Hikaru was on. And I blazed out those moves so fast. And they're all winning moves. You know, B5, I saw this, you know, exploits the pin. I was like, I should have taken the bishop. But again, like I said, my position is so crushing that I saw that B6 is just a nasty move. There's nothing he could do. Boom, I take. What do you do? He can't take. He goes there. That doesn't work either. That's the problem. He could have played rook set. No, that loses. God, this is just nasty. It's just nasty. And that's the thing that was awesome. You know, and I boomed these moves out, and this guy was like, "You're such a try-hard." I'm like, well, what does that even mean? I mean, it's like, I just told him, I go, oh, you know, you just got beaten, and then you cried about it. And so now I had to show you the game, just because, you know, it's extra bonus to make a video about a game where the guy was being a jerk after, you know, I mean, I hammered him. He didn't have a chance. He played his goofy whatever and got out positionally played. You know, he should have realized bad things were bad when I played B5. This is ugly. Objectively speaking, what did he play? No, that's not the right move. What's the best move? The computer says, I'm thinking rook here. Okay, it says rook to B8 is the best move. I was thinking maybe rook to C8 was also good. Here, I'm just a pawn up. But I can do... The problem I have here... Oh, rook, I see, yeah, rook defends this. And the point is he can't play pawn takes because rook takes bishop. So, fantastic move. What I need to do is I need to play b4 so that this pawn is not backwards, you know, and allowing an, what do you call this? Infiltration. I don't want to allow the infiltration on my second rank. So this is a killer move. Plus one pawn. This pawn's a goner. I take it at will. So now it says bishop to here so that now it's not a hanging bishop. All right. And now rook takes, pawn takes. Oh, that looks ugly as all get out. But let's see what the computer says. Here, he'll take, I'll take. He's got a problem, though. Taking this with check, of course, is good. But he's got a hanging pawn here. I've got a nasty advanced passer. Wow, really? This is the move? Not here? Huh, okay. If you say so. As if he checks me, I guess I'm going to go to king to e2. Okay, he checks me. King to e2. Falls so I can play it down the future, bishop to d2 to block the rook checks. This doesn't look good. 1.15. He says here. Well, I take this attacking the bishop. So this is clearly rook takes pawn, attacking the bishop. You get the tempo. Take the pawn with momentum. Now he's got to play bishop to d8. Well, he can't play bishop to d8 because I play c7. And it costs him a bishop. Oh, good grief, Charlie Brown. Are you serious? Here, I'm pretty sure I need to play c7. No, it says here, threatening to play bishop a3 to win this bishop. Oh, there you go. Rook takes bishop to here. Yeah, I would take it too if I was you. This is the move, bishop a3 for sure. Threatens to win a bishop. He's got rook e6. Only move. Wow, he takes it. That's your genius move, Bobby Fischer. Take it. This is plus 2.7. He is toast. I'm just going to take this. Probably rook checks is my guess. No, bishop checks. All right, that's fine. If he checks me, king f1, and if he checks me, king f2, king g3, I'll escape that way. King to f1. Don't want the infiltration. And if he checks me, king f2, check again, king g3. So now he has to get out of the check. I've got this guy with just bishop to c5, right? Or, okay, bishop to d6. That allows me to play rook c7. What a great move that was. Yeah, okay. What the heck does that do? I'm thinking rook c7 now. All right. That does save the d4 pawn. Man, this is just awful for him. Yeah, it's plus 3.48. This looks terrible. How about rook to here? No, rook checks, king to f8. Oh, geez, dude. Okay, I guess so. King f8, you can't allow me to do that. I would just check him. Discovered check and win his rook. So he goes there. I take this. This guy's completely torched. I'm going to play. This allows him to check me, and I can't go to g3. So, inconvenience. Here, check, I go here. He checks me again, I go here. So he thinks rook to here's the right move. All right, let's go. Check, king f2. Oh, that's right. It doesn't matter. I can abandon this pawn. The rook's guarding it. Take it with check. Obvious move. And just go right back to g5. This is for defense of the pawn. This is just absolutely smoking, dude. But this is the thing I talk about, my Spidey senses. My Spidey senses were razor sharp. b5. I don't even need to take your bishop. I'm just going to play b6 and you're crushed. It's unbelievable. It thinks pawn takes here was the best move. It probably is better. Yes, slightly better because I take here, he moves back. I can play c6. He can't play rook takes because rook takes, and he can't recapture because rook takes rook. So, all right, now this one, my Spidey sensors are, I'm still winning with rook takes pawn, but yes, my pawn takes pawn was better, but this move is still winning. That's why I get the thumbs up from the computer. Fantastic. Eat it. Good moves, man. Just, you know, I'm telling you, it just felt great. I was just boom, 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 boom. Really awesome. So, hope you enjoyed this. Got to see something, learned a little bit of stuff you may not have seen before. It's really important. The queen b3, queen b6 alignment here is a bonus lesson. You really don't want to take the queen. That's one of the weird things. It looks like you'd want to take it and wreck the structure. Now, black's structure would be a little bit worse if I played queen takes. My structure was fine because I have a giant mob of 4 pawns all together, so it doesn't really hurt me. I've got the, you know, 3-pawn chain diagonal anchored at b2. b4 is coming. b5 is also coming, and you saw it was just fantastic. But that was because he underestimated what was going on. So, hope you enjoyed it. Great positional stuff that helped. Had a fun time, man. It was really good. And he was whining about it. That made it better. I'm not going to lie. So, look forward to seeing you guys in another video. If I have another good game, I will, make a video of that. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. If you have a question, I'll be glad to answer it. So, see you guys later. Thanks again, and I'm out.